Okay, so we're here at the H&L Model House tour. I can see the model house. You're going to see it. Of course, you know the usual. I have to explain that if I'll be allowed to record, and that I'm also, you know, a realtor associate. So yeah, let's go. So here you have the patio, standard roof. This is a Terrelonge finish. Front door. Woo. Never mind the noise. We're off Washington Boulevard for this model unit. So here we have the living room area. This is the 3-bedroom, 2-bath option. There I have Hi, your realtor associate of choice. Alright, the entryway. I'll go to the kitchen soon. Let me just look at the bedrooms quickly. So this is the primary bedroom. Of course, the storage solution will be there. The closet will be put in place there. I'll show you the example of that. This is the main door to the primary. Here we have the bathroom for the primary. Quite spacious. Yeah. And in terms of whether you want it to be glass enclosure or just the standard rod, that's dependent on you. So this is the other bathroom, which will serve as the guest washroom. You know, the powder room. This is just off the living room. It will serve as a powder room as well as serve these 2 bedrooms. So here we have bedroom 2. Just a standard closet. There. I can see the closet is quite spacious. Those are the windows. I believe they're standard PVC. Here's bedroom number 3. As you can see the closet there, but they're using it for storage. I won't open it. There we have the window. So as you can see, it's quite spacious. The standard height for like the bedrooms, the ceiling height is 9 feet, but for this living room area it's 11 feet. And you see the little skylight up there for extra lighting. This will be the new kitchen set that they'll put in for display purposes. Love those. Here we have the space for the range. That's where your refrigerator would go. This unit is going to be replaced, and I'm hurrying because people are coming. Alright, and this is the living room area. So I believe that is about it. So let me know if you need land or you would like to purchase, right? This unit, or if both. Really? I don't know, I guess because this is the wash house. Yeah, that's a benefit though.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Yo, it has a patio space around the back. Yo, I love this. So you even have a covered patio from off the kitchen. That's the back door. And you can eventually grill this. There you have your wash station. I'm sure you can get the washing machine hookup. Here's the rest of the back. I'm just going to walk along the back. I can't show you the front right now because other persons have come to view and I can't have their likeness in the video. Alright. So yeah. So you just do your foundation and do your plumbing and stuff like that. These are the bathroom windows. Okay, but it's so good. So good. I have the draining system already. I think this is a good deal for about 10 million without accounting for transportation. Alright, so I think this is a very great option. It doesn't have the feel of being a modular construction. It's just well done. So yeah. So yes, I've just come to the realization of how little you use the back seat of your car when you're always the one who has to drive. So I'm just back here in the back seat. Yeah, there's a little bit of a view. All right, so my thoughts. Oh, the container home, right? For the container home, I like how they tend to be cheaper compared to the H&L ones. And yeah, I like the idea that everything that's in the container home, it's pretty much built at the site, except for when they're joining the two containers together, such as the two 40-footers or a 40-footer and a 20-footer. Never mind, I'm on a busy road, but I just wanted to get this done before, you know, my brain goes somewhere else. So I like how everything is done on site, and it's pretty much plug and go. For the case of the H&L homes, you would have to, it's packed down in panels, and or the kit as they call it. The kit would be whatever price that is stated on their website, but you would have to pay for the contractor to put it together and so forth, and you know, do whatever finishing works. Because I'd asked the rep afterwards if when they're sending me the kit or sending the customer the kit, if it's a case that it's all painted already, you know. But she said no, it would be a case of them having to do everything at site. I understand it's a quicker time process, but I don't know, I just like the idea of I spend the time waiting for the house to come, and when it comes, it's all done and it's all ready. So I like that aspect. Pros of the H&L homes, I like the varying heights and how the living room section, at least for the mother unit, it goes up to a height of, like, I think she said 11 feet for the living room section. For the 11 feet for the living room section, for the bedrooms it's like 9 feet tall. For the containers, I think they range at about between 9 and 10 feet. Just look at the standard height of a container as you search for it online. But I would say that both of them have very good finishes. Both of them, I can see where, yeah, they can work for you. I hadn't gotten any information on the life of each unit. Containers have the designation of having traveled all the seas and oceans of the earth and coming out unscathed, because of course the units that they use to produce these container homes, these are used units, meaning that, you know, they're no longer going to be using them for shipping purposes. And yes, they do consider that you don't have any toxic off gassing. As you can see from the interior of the container homes, it's not like it's any metal that's showing or anything like that. Everything is well covered. What else? At least that's what, you know, I'm just trying to remember what each rep told me. As it relates to the H&L homes though, I believe she has said that for the body units, when you knock on it, you'll hear somewhat of a hollow sound. But the actual panels that they ship to you, and she had showed me a picture, but I couldn't take it off her phone. The actual panels, though, that are shipped to you, they contain the wool insulation in between them. So then, of course, you're not there will hear that hollow sound. Just so you know, if you decide to go and look at the body unit. I would say, NHT aspects. I believe that H&L says that they're trying to get NHT approval for them to be considered formally as a solution, but NHT hasn't got back to them as yet. I'm not sure if Kingston Logistics has even tried that process, but I'm thinking that these options really would just be for the individual. Say you buy land, it's affordable to buy land and build, but we understand that the building process in Jamaica can be somewhat fraught with many things and challenges to deal with. So you buy the land, and of course you're going to have to start paying for the land, if you never owned the land before. So these homes would just be a good solution for you to immediately, well, not immediately, at least within 3 months, to move onto your land and start living there while you build the main house of whatever traditional methods you want to use. The standard block and steel. You can't do that. That's what I'm thinking of them as being. Of course, if H&L gets the approval from NHT, then of course those would be a bit more permanent, so to speak. But yeah, I think they're good options. And of course, for both of these units, you will have to, or housing types, you would have to prepare the site for yourself. In the case of Kingston Logistics, I think they said that they sent someone out to look at the site and advise you about the type of foundation that you're supposed to build and so forth, so that when they bring the container can actually hold on your land. So Kingston Logistics does that at the beginning and tell you, all of them would require you to create your foundation, or they have people who can help you create the foundation at an extra cost. So they'll help you, they require you to create the foundation, and of course dig your septic, because these are all the usual standard flush toilets in all of them. We'll look at tiny houses online and so forth. We see options where, like, hey, you have composting toilet and so forth, but I don't think Jamaica has reached that far yet. But or is willing to consider that option yet. Both regulation wise and probably the people as well. They will see it as, oh, yeah, put me backward, but hey, to each his or her own. Right, so yeah, let me know what you think about these options, both the Kingston Logistics container homes and the H&L modular homes. And yeah, let me know what you think. Alright, so please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you need to purchase land or purchase a home in Jamaica, anywhere at all in Jamaica, or you have a house or land to sell, guess what? I'm Sophia Terrelonge. I'm your realtor associate of choice, and I'll be happy to assist you with your transaction. Alright, God bless.